Brought to you by the Asombro Institute for Science Education.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sara Fuentes-Soriano, and today, here at New Mexico State University, we are standing outside of the building that houses a very important collection of dry plants, a type of collection that is called a herbarium. So we are going to give you a small virtual tour so you get to know what a herbarium is. Let's get in. We are going to start the tour by showing you the main collection, which is behind this door. This room has spatial control conditions, so we protect our specimens against insects, temperature variations, and humidity. Let's see how it looks. The New Mexico State University Herbarium was founded 120 years ago by Dr. Wootton back in 1890. He started the collection with the purpose to illustrate how many and what kind of plants are around us, and also to teach students about the plants that they were seeing in the Chihuahuan desert. So this is an example of a herbarium specimen that has very important components. First, it has a dry plant specimen, and it can have also photographs like in this case. It also has an inventory number and a label. In the collection label, we know that this cactus was collected in Sandoval County. We also know that the scientific name of this plant is Cylindropuntia imbricata. And the collection also was done in September 1999 by two people, Mark Baker and Jill Himes. Herbarium specimens are stored in a special kind of cabinets that you see behind me. In this collection, we have about 100 of those cases. Within these cabinets, we put the specimens in an organized system. In our collection, we have a color system organization. Specimens that are included in folders with the color orange were collected in New Mexico, whereas specimens that are from outside New Mexico are stored within folders that are yellow. Organization system of specimens in a herbarium can change, but in general, they reflect the area from where the specimens were collected. Let's go to see the space that our visitors use to study specimens more carefully. In this space, you can see a number of microscopes and computers that are available for our visitors. In this case, I'm using the microscope, and I'm using the microscope to see details that I cannot see with my bare eyes. Specifically, I'm paying attention to the seeds that are in the fruits of this specimen. And in here, I have a close-up for you to see the details that I can see through the microscope. These are seeds. Speaking about seeds, in the herbarium, we have other kind of collections too. We have collections that include fruits, like in this oak specimen, or seeds, like in this case, jackass seeds. And behind me, back in the end of the room, you can see books. So we have a library, a botanical library that is used by our visitors and our experts to identify the plants that they see in our collection. In this part of the tour, you are going to learn how herbarium specimens are gathered and prepared, and everything starts in the field. We do botanical explorations to different areas around the world, and I'm here specifically around the Chihuahuan desert, and we collect specimens from different types of plants, herbs, shrubs, trees, grasses, etc. So let's see how do we prepare a specimen once it comes to the herbarium. During our botanical expeditions, we preserve and dry our specimens in what we call a botanical press. Inside the press, and in pieces of corrugate, we place our specimen collection. In this case, it's an herb. And we try to collect specimens that have flowers, fruits, leaves, and details on the root, if possible. Once the specimen is dry, we are ready to mount it. And we use a special glue and a special paper. During this process, we also prepare the label. And we left the specimens, once it's glued, for a couple of days before it's ready to be databased. Here, I'm showing you the different ways that we use to dry the specimen properly. Hey, we are in luck. Professor Rogers is databasing and imaging specimens. He can tell us why is this important.
Yeah, we can post these images online and then people from around the world can study them. And they don't even have to come to New Mexico to do it.
So after specimens are mounted, database and photographs, they are ready for the last phase of the specimen curation, which means that we are gonna sort and organize the specimens for their incorporation into the cabinets that I showed you earlier. At this point, specimens are ready to be used by students, professors, and other researchers. So with this, I would like to conclude our tour. But we really hope that you can visit us in person soon. Thanks for coming and see you soon!